We have a trailer for Thor Love and Thunder, and you clicked here to know my thoughts. Maybe you were curious about my thoughts, maybe you were like, did he cut his hair today? Which, before we get to Thor Love and Thunder, I gotta address this very important thing. I've seen more comments lately of people like, why does he still have long hair? Look, simply put, I have the hair I have for the same reason one would comment that question, why a dog licks his balls. Because I can. Glad we cleared that up. Thor Love and Thunder. So this trailer starts out showing that Thor's kind of reached this impasse in his life. He's reached this moment where he's like, what do I actually want to do with my life? Just funny, because the Avengers, it just seems like such a pinnacle. It's like, oh hey, this is the end game. Obviously, because one of them's titled Endgame. But in a world where chatter is chatter, my friends, it's not like the MCU's gonna be like, biggest film franchise in history. Guess we'll stop now. No, the show must go on. So all this Avengers team up thing, it was just kind of a phase in these characters' lives. Some married Peggy Carter, retired, some went down like heroes. Thor's like, that was a phase in my life. That was when I was part of the group band, now I'm going solo. Thor's Timberlake, essentially. Which the bummer of the whole thing is, it looks like where it left off in Endgame, it was Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy, the Asgardians of the Galaxy, as people called it, including Thor. Kind of an exciting dynamic, though I always felt bad for Peter Quill, because Thor always emasculated him in front of his crew. I was like, Thor, I thought you weren't a dick anymore. Remember Thor 1? Would you learn to be nice? Except to Peter Quill, poor Quill. But it looks like he pals around with them at the beginning, has a funny moment in the trailer with it. Then he's like, nah, I'm out, I'm gonna go find myself. Blasts out of there with at least 1-star wanted rating for jacking their car. And it looks like, you know, he goes world to world. I don't know how many worlds he goes to, it could just be one. But as I don't know, it kind of looks like the plot of Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where he's just going to place and new adventures, I guess. Not that it's a bad thing. It sounds like an insult when I say it like that. Like Voyage of the Dawn Treader is part of classic literature, which this trailer doesn't have a lot of action in it. Really, no real action in it. You see Thor working out with the ropes. By ropes, I mean chains, looking like he's Forrest Gump running across the country. Which, I mean, I get that Fat Thor was never sustainable. You know, you can't have him be Fat Thor forever. It's just kind of the funny joke in Endgame. But I gotta say, that braided beard was legit. I wish they kept that look. And now he's the most jacked he's ever been. He looks like Arnold from T1. He's like, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to be a god. I need to find myself. And it does point out the fact it's like, dude, come on, gods gotta get bored. They do get bored. When they get bored, usually in mythology, they just fuck with humans. Even Odin's like, I don't know, I guess I'll just, you know, die for a little bit every so often. That'll keep things fresh and interesting. I mean, if you live that long, yeah, career change has gotta be in the works. It's gotta be in the cards somewhere. As much as I do understand all that, I hope they don't Professor Hulk Thor. Like, Professor Hulk, funny for a movie, and then you think about it, you're like, that dual identity monster within dynamic, gone. Like, that's less interesting for me. I love the tagline in this trailer, though. Not every god has a plan. As a good-looking man once said, God's a kid with an ant farm, lady. He's not planning anything. We get a quick glimpse of Jane Foster Thor, or Jane Foster God of Thunder. I don't know the official name. Those are not comic books I read. Hope they explain how Thor's very human ex-girlfriend Jane Foster passed up Lady Sif in that God of Thunder promotion. Looks like nepotism to me. Her arms are fucking enormous though. Jeez. Cracking walnuts. So props to her. She put in that work. Which it looks like Zeus is in this movie, which God of Thunder could be really creative. The question I have in my head is, in Eternals, some of the characters in the Eternals were what Greek mythology, Greek gods were based off of. But now you have Zeus, like an actual Greek god who looks pretty godly in here. Is he an Eternal? Is Zeus an Eternal? Or were the Eternals, in the Eternals, were they like god posers? Like there's an actual Athena out there who's not this Athena? It didn't seem to be the case in the Eternals. It looked like these characters were what Greek mythology and other mythologies, actually like Gilgamesh and whatnot, it's what they were based off of. Again, don't expect an answer for that, but it's something that's like, hey, I'm in your head, and then, you know, I'll be gone, because I'll be on to thinking about other things. Look, in the end, Thor Love and Thunder is a really good teaser trailer. Gives you some tone, shows you the gist, doesn't show you too much about the plot. It looks beautiful, and the song choice, my God, Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah. There are always concerns with me in a situation like this. It's like, are you trying to nerf Thor? But for that, we'll see how the movie goes, but this trailer was a good one. All right, so the teaser trailer for Thor Love and Thunder. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.